I clocked in at 7:58 every morning, 2 minutes early, because being invisible meant never being late. Morning, I said to the security guard. He nodded without looking up. That was normal. You work hard, my desk neighbor Lena whispered one day. But nobody sees it. I see it, I said. That has to be enough. It never is, she replied. My phone buzzed with a bank alert. Low balance again. I sighed. Another long day, I muttered. Same as always, Lena said. I spent hours fixing reports, answering emails nobody thanked me for, and watching managers walk past like I was furniture. Near noon, someone said, "The CEO is coming." The office froze. Don't breathe wrong, Lena joked softly. Then he walked in. Tall, calm, eyes sharp. He stopped at my desk. You, he said. Yes, sir, I answered. Who prepared the revenue fix? I did. He looked at the screen. Efficient. That was all. He moved on. My hands were shaking. You're lucky, Lena whispered. He noticed you. I don't feel lucky, I said. Later in the lobby I bumped into her. Oh, she said. I'm sorry, I replied fast. I wasn't looking. It's fine, she said, smiling. Are you new? No. Just unnoticed. She laughed softly. That can change. I doubt it, I said. She held out her hand. I'm Evelyn. I hesitated. I know, she said. You work too hard. That's bad. That's lonely. I swallowed. You're the CEO's wife. Yes, she said. And I'm still human. I shouldn't be talking to you, I said. Then stop, she replied. I didn't. We stood there quietly. People passed. My heart was loud. Do you like this place? She asked. It pays, I said. Does it give you anything else? No, I answered. She nodded like she understood too well. Careful, she said. Places like this eat people. People like me, I said. She met my eyes. People like you disappear. That scared me. I should go, I said. Of course, she replied. See you around. I walked away telling myself nothing happened. That it was just words. That she belonged to another world. But my chest felt tight, and for the first time, being invisible hurt. I sat at my desk afterward, staring at the screen. Lena leaned close. You okay? I think so, I said. You look pale. I met the CEO's wife. Her eyes widened. That's not okay. She just talked, I said. That's how trouble starts. I know. The afternoon dragged. My mind replayed her voice. Focus, Lena whispered. I'm trying. When the CEO passed again, he stopped. You, he said. Yes, sir. Good work today. Thank you. His approval felt heavy. Guilt pressed my ribs. At 5 I packed slowly. Drinks? Lena asked. Not today. Don't disappear, she said. I smiled weakly. In the elevator the doors opened. Evelyn stood there. Oh, she said again. I should wait, I said. No, she replied. Stay. The doors closed. Long day, she asked. Every day. She sighed. You remind me of someone. Who? Who I used to be. That made no sense. I don't belong here, I said. Neither do I, she answered. Silence stretched. This is dangerous, I said. Yes, she agreed. Then why talk? Because silence hurts more. The elevator stopped. This doesn't happen again, I said. She nodded. Of course. I stepped out knowing I had already lied to myself. The night air felt cold. I called my mother. Work okay? She asked. It's work, I said. Save money, she reminded. I am. I hung up and looked at the building. Lights glowed above me. I whispered, I will stay invisible. But my voice shook because part of me knew the lie was cracking. I walked to the bus stop slowly. A man laughed nearby. Someone argued on a phone. Life moved on. I stood there thinking, this is my place. The bus arrived. I stepped in, heart heavy, future uncertain, already changed. Tomorrow would come. I would return early. I would smile, work, and stay quiet. That was the plan. I did not know yet how impossible it would become. I was already stepping towards something I could not escape. She started noticing me the week after the lobby elevator. Stay late again? Evelyn asked quietly as I printed files. Yes, I said. Always. You don't have to, she replied. I do, I said. She placed a coffee beside my keyboard. You forgot lunch. I didn't forget, I said. I skipped. She frowned. That's worse. I'm fine. You say that a lot, she said. I leaned back. You shouldn't be here. It's my building, she replied calmly. That's not what I meant. I know, she said. Her kindness felt heavier than anger. I watched her walk away and told myself not to follow the warmth she left behind. I reminded myself she had a husband, a world, a life far above mine. Still, my fingers shook around the coffee cup. The next day she stopped by my desk again. Do you always work through breaks? She asked. Yes. Why? Because if I stop, I think. About what? About how replaceable I am. She sat across from me. You're not. You don't know that. I do, she said. I lowered my voice. You shouldn't talk to me like this. Like what? Like I matter. She looked hurt. Everyone matters. Not here, I said. She smiled sadly. Especially here. I stood. This is dangerous. So is loneliness, she replied. Her words stayed with me all afternoon. I caught myself watching the hallway waiting. That scared me more than her presence. One evening she found me in the copy room. You look exhausted, she said. I am. Sit, she told me. I can't. You can, she said softly. I sat. The machine hummed. My husband doesn't notice when I'm tired, she said. I froze. You shouldn't say that. He notices numbers, she continued. Not people. He's busy, I said weakly. So are you, she replied. Silence pressed between us. He hasn't touched me in months, she whispered. That's not my business, I said. I don't have anyone else, she said. I swallowed. You have everything. Everything except warmth, she replied. Her eyes shone, not crying, just empty. I hated that I understood. I hated that I didn't walk away. After that, she spoke to me more. How was your day? She asked. Long. Mine too. What did you do? Smile, she said. That sounds tiring. It is. She laughed quietly. You're easy to talk to. That's not a good thing, I said. It is when no one listens, she replied. I shook my head. You're crossing a line. So are you, she said. I didn't ask for this. Neither did I, she replied. I wanted to tell her to stop. Instead, I listened. Every word pulled me closer to a cliff I could already see. One night she texted me first. Are you still working? Yes. Do you ever go home? I go somewhere. Do you eat? Sometimes. She replied, come downstairs. I can't. Just 5 minutes. I shouldn't. I'm lonely, she wrote. I stared at the screen. My chest hurt. I'm coming, I typed. In the parking lot she said, thank you. For what? For seeing me. I see too much, I said. Then don't look away, she replied. That was the moment I knew. The danger was real. The connection was real. And I was already standing too close to the edge. I thought the meeting was about reports. Close the door, Evelyn said. Is something wrong? I asked. No, she said. Something honest. I locked it. My heart raced. You shouldn't be here, I said. I know, she replied. Sit. I can't. Please. I sat. She looked tired. I feel like I'm disappearing. You're not, I said. I am, she said. Even in my own home. I rubbed my hands. This isn't safe. Neither is silence, she said. I stood. I should go. Listen first, she said. To what? To me. I stayed. My husband doesn't see me, she said. He sees results, I replied. That's the problem. I swallowed. Why tell me? Because you look at me like I exist. That's not fair, I said. I'm not asking for fair, she whispered. I felt heat in my chest. You're crossing a line. So are you, she said. I didn't choose this. Neither did I. I laughed nervously. This ends badly. Everything ends, she said. She stepped closer. I'm lonely. Stop, I said. She stopped. I won't touch you. That's worse. Why? Because I want you to. Silence crashed between us. I can't, I said. Tell me why, she said. You're married. And you're alive, she replied. That doesn't change it. It changes everything. My voice shook. If he finds out, I'm finished. I won't let that happen. You can't promise that. I can promise I won't hurt you. I laughed. You already are. She reached out, then pulled back. I'm sorry. So am I. We stood inches apart. Say no, she said. No, I whispered. She kissed me. The world narrowed. I kissed her back. The moment burned and broke me. I stepped away. This was a mistake. Yes, she said. But it happened. I paced. I have to quit. You can't. I can. He'll destroy you. He already could. She grabbed my arm. Don't. Let go. She did. I hate myself, I said. I don't, she replied. That makes one of us. I left the room shaking. In the hallway I whispered, what did I do? My phone buzzed. Are you okay? She texted. No. Come back. I can't. Please. I typed, this ends now. She replied, I don't believe you. Neither did I. At my desk Lena asked, you okay? No. You look sick. I crossed a line. With who? I can't say. Is it bad? Yes. Then fix it. How? Tell the truth. That would kill me. Then run. I stared at my screen. Quit. Confess. Run. Every choice felt like death. When the CEO walked past, my chest froze. He nodded. Good work. I almost collapsed. He trusted me. That trust crushed me. I went to the restroom and locked the door. I'm ruined, I whispered. I saw her message again. I'm sorry, she wrote. So am I typed. The secret sat inside me like weight. I knew one thing. There was no going back. I stayed late, pretending nothing changed. Lena said, you're quiet. I'm thinking. Dangerous, she replied. My phone buzzed again. Are you alone? Evelyn asked. Yes. Good. That's not good. It matters, she said. I typed, stop. She replied, I can't. I closed my eyes. This will ruin us. There is no us, she said. That hurts. Truth hurts more. I whispered, I'm scared. So am I. Then why keep talking? Because I feel alive. I slammed the desk. I don't want this. You wanted me. I wanted silence. She paused. I'm sorry. I didn't reply. Minutes passed. Say something, she wrote. Goodbye. A long pause. I can't lose you, she replied. You never had me. That's a lie. Believe what you want. I shut down my computer. At the exit, the CEO stood there. Working late? He asked. Yes, sir. Dedication matters. Yes, sir. He smiled slightly. My stomach twisted. I nodded and walked out. Outside, my hands shook. I called Lena. I need help. With work. With myself. She said, go home. I'm not safe there. Then be alone. I already am. On the bus, my phone rang. Evelyn said, please don't hate me. I don't hate you. Then what? I hate what I did. So do I. Silence filled the line. This ends, I said. She whispered, I know. I hung up. The city lights blurred. I told myself I chose right. The fear didn't leave. It only settled deeper. I reached my apartment and locked the door. I said aloud, never again. The room answered with silence. I sat on the floor. My phone stayed dark. I waited for regret to fade. It didn't. I waited for sleep. It didn't come. I understood then. The line I crossed would follow me. Tomorrow would test me. I breathed, counting seconds, knowing consequences were already moving around me. I woke up every morning checking my phone before my eyes fully opened. No messages meant safety. Messages meant danger. At work, Lena asked, you look tired again. I didn't sleep, I said. Nightmares? Worse. Silence. By day, I answered emails and followed orders. By night, I erased messages and locked my phone like it was a weapon. Why are you shaking? Lena asked once. Too much coffee, I lied. The CEO called me into his office that week. Sit, he said. Yes, sir. You're reliable, he said. I try to be. I want you handling the new accounts. My throat tightened. Me? I trust you, he said. Thank you, I replied, hating myself for meaning it. Trust felt like a knife pressed gently against my back. Every time he nodded at me, guilt crawled higher. Congratulations, Lena whispered later. I don't deserve it, I said. Nobody ever thinks they do, she replied. That night my phone buzzed. Did he promote you? Evelyn texted. Yes. I knew he would. Don't say that. Why? It sounds wrong. Everything is wrong, she replied. I stared at the screen, then locked it. 10 minutes later, it buzzed again. Why won't you answer? Because this has to stop. You say that every time. Because I mean it every time. Then why are you still here? I had no answer. At home I whispered, I'm not a bad person. The walls didn't respond. The next day the CEO stopped by my desk. Good numbers, he said. Thank you, sir. Stay late, he added. Yes, sir. Evelyn waited in the parking lot that night. You didn't reply, she said. I told you why. You didn't look at me today, she said. That was on purpose. She crossed her arms. Do you hate me now? No. Then what? I hate myself. That's not fair, she said. None of this is, I replied. She stepped closer. I stepped back. Why do you run? She asked. Because staying costs too much. And leaving costs nothing? It costs less, I said. She looked at me like she wanted to say my name, then didn't. I feel invisible, she said. So do I answered. That's why this works, she said. That's why it destroys us, I replied. I went home and turned my phone face down. At midnight I flipped it over. 3 missed calls. No messages. That scared me more. At work, rumors started. CEO's trusting you a lot, someone said. Lucky guy, another joked. I forced a smile. Lena cornered me near the printer. You're hiding something. No. You pause before lying, she said. I'm just tired. From work or guilt? I stared at her. Be careful, she added. That afternoon, Evelyn didn't text. I checked my phone anyway. Again and again. Stop, I told myself. My hand didn't listen. The CEO asked me to stay after hours again. Walk with me, he said. Yes, sir. You remind me of myself, he said. I felt sick. I was hungry once, he continued. I still am, I said before thinking. He laughed. That hunger builds empires. Or ruins them, I thought. Outside his office my phone buzzed. I miss you, Evelyn wrote. I locked the screen without replying. My chest hurt like I was tearing something out. That night I sat alone in my apartment. I said aloud, choose. Nothing answered. The next morning she cornered me by the elevator. Why are you ignoring me? She asked. Because I'm weak, I said. That's not true. It is, I replied. I want things I shouldn't. So do I, she said. That doesn't make it right. No, she agreed softly. We stood there as the doors opened. People stepped in. We didn't. I feel safe with you, she said quietly. That's the problem, I answered. She nodded, eyes wet but proud. At my desk, the CEO sent an email praising my work. I closed it without reading. My phone buzzed one last time that day. Are you choosing him? Evelyn asked. I'm choosing survival, I typed. She replied, that's still a choice. I turned off the phone. The silence screamed. I realized then I wasn't living 2 lives. I was losing both, one locked message at a time. I found out by accident. You shouldn't be here, the lawyer said when he saw me outside the conference room. I was called, I replied. He checked his phone. Not by me. Inside, Evelyn's voice drifted through the glass. He won't last, she said calmly. Another voice replied, he's useful. Until he isn't, she said. My chest tightened. Does your husband suspect? The voice asked. Not yet, she answered. But he will. That's why we move fast. And the employee? He'll take the fall, she said. He always does what I need. I stepped back dizzy. I walked away before my legs gave out. In the stairwell, I whispered, I was never special. At my desk, Lena asked, you okay? No, I said. You look like you saw a ghost. I saw the truth. My phone buzzed. Where did you go? Evelyn texted. I heard everything, I replied. Dots appeared. Disappeared. What did you hear? She asked. Enough, I typed. She called me. You're misunderstanding, she said quickly. I heard my name, I replied. You heard context without meaning. I heard you say I'd take the fall. Silence. That's not what I meant, she said. Then explain it. I was protecting myself. By using me? I needed someone I could trust. You trusted me to be disposable. That's not fair. Neither is betrayal. She sighed. You're emotional. I'm human, I said. You knew this was dangerous. I didn't know I was a shield. You chose to stay, she said. You chose to lie, I replied. At that moment the CEO walked past my desk. Stay after, he said. Yes, sir, I answered, barely breathing. Lena grabbed my arm. Something's wrong, she said. I know. Is it him? It's everyone. In the office that night, the CEO closed the door. You've been distracted, he said. I'm tired. From work or guilt? My heart stopped. I don't understand, I said. You're smart, he replied. Don't insult me. I swallowed. Is there something you want to tell me? He asked. No, I said. He studied my face. Good, he said finally. Because trust is fragile. I nodded, sweating. You're important here, he continued. That's new, I replied. I promote loyalty, he said. I value it, I answered, hating myself. When I left, my phone vibrated. You can't panic, Evelyn texted. I already did. Listen to me. No. If you don't cooperate, we both lose. I already lost. I sat in my car shaking. I was nothing but leverage, I said aloud. Later that night, she showed up at my door. You shouldn't be here, I said. Neither should you, she replied. Get out. Let me explain. Explain how I was convenient? I didn't plan to care, she said. That's worse. She stepped closer. You were supposed to stay quiet, she said. I was supposed to be human, I replied. You think I'm cruel? She asked. I think you're afraid, I said. And you're weak, she shot back. That hurt more than anything. I gave you everything, I said. You gave me moments, she replied. I gave you trust. You gave it freely. I laughed bitterly. So that's it, I said. What? I was never loved. I was managed. Her face hardened. You don't understand power, she said. No, I replied. But I understand betrayal. She left without another word. The next day the CEO didn't look at me. That scared me more than his anger. Meetings ended when I entered. Conversations paused. Lena whispered, You're being watched. I know. My phone stayed silent. No messages from Evelyn. No reassurance. No apology. That night the CEO called me again. Sit, he said. Yes, sir. Tell me, he said slowly, why my wife speaks your name. My mouth went dry. I don't know, I said. He smiled thinly. Careful, he said. Lies stain permanently. I left his office knowing the truth. I was the weakest piece. Not powerful enough to matter. Not protected enough to survive. In my apartment I stared at the ceiling. I was used, I whispered. The words tasted final. My phone lit up once more. Evelyn texted, We need to talk. I replied, You already said enough. I turned the phone off. For the first time, fear turned into clarity. I wasn't broken. I was disposable. And I would never let that happen again. I closed the apartment door and leaned against it. I can't stay like this, I whispered. My phone buzzed. Evelyn. Where are you? Thinking, I typed back. Lena called. You okay? I need a plan, I said. A plan? Yes. No more running. You sound serious. I am. You scared me yesterday. I nearly got destroyed, I said. I won't let it happen again. At work, the CEO praised me again. Good work today, he said. Thank you, sir, I replied. Inside, I counted everything he trusted me with, every file, every contract. Every small favor I'd done that no one noticed. I thought of Evelyn. She used me, I muttered. But I can't react. I have to be smarter. I started keeping copies of emails, screenshots, messages. What are you doing? Lena asked. Protection, I said. From what? From everything, I replied. That night, Evelyn texted. You're quiet. I'm planning, I typed. For what? For me, I replied. She paused. You're different. I have to be, I said. No one will break me again. I remembered my mistakes. I trusted too easily, I whispered to the empty room. I stayed too long, I muttered. I let emotion rule me. I made a list. Emails, I said aloud. Messages. Files. I wrote everything down, everything that could hurt me if I was exposed. The next day the CEO asked me to join a private meeting. Yes, sir, I said. He started reviewing numbers. You handled these well. Thank you, I replied. Too well, he added. Sir? I'm watching carefully. I nodded, but inside I smiled. Good, I whispered to myself. I can use that. I left the office and called Lena. I'm taking control, I said. Of what? Everything. My mistakes, my life. No one else. You sound calm. I am calm, I said. Calm is power. Back home, I locked my door and pulled out the evidence I had gathered. Emails from Evelyn, files from work, little notes. "This is insurance," I whispered. "I'm done being naive." My phone buzzed. Evelyn again. "You're not answering," she wrote. "I have to," I typed back. "I'm planning." "I'm not reacting." "Planning what?" "Survival." Her reply came slowly. "I don't know if I like it." "I don't care," I wrote. I sat in silence for a long time. "I'm stronger than I thought," I said aloud. "I'm smarter too." I thought of all the moments I panicked. "All gone," I muttered. "No more." The next morning I went into the office differently. Lena noticed immediately. "You're not pale," she said. "I'm prepared," I replied. The CEO passed my desk. "Good morning," he said. "Good morning, sir," I replied calmly. He nodded and moved on. I reviewed every interaction from the past weeks. "She's dangerous," I whispered. "And so is he. But I can manage both." I felt a small thrill. Control was new. When Evelyn texted, I didn't respond right away. "Planning?" she asked. "Yes," I replied finally. "What are you planning?" "My life," I wrote. Her pause was long. "I didn't expect this," she finally wrote. "I didn't either," I replied. In the evening I called Lena. "You think I can do this?" "Yes," she said. "You've changed." "I have to," I said. "I can't go back." I walked through the apartment slowly, repeating it. "No one will crush me again. I am careful now. I am strong." I thought of all the fear I had felt, all the guilt and shame. "They can't touch me," I whispered. "And if they try, I'm ready." At midnight I locked my phone. I sat back and breathed deeply. "I'm not panicking," I said aloud. "I'm thinking strategically." I looked around my small apartment. The evidence is ready. The plan is ready. The heart is steady. I smiled faintly. I won't be crushed by them. I won't be broken again. Tomorrow I would return to the office. Same desk. Same tasks. Different me. I whispered, "I'm in control now." The city lights glowed outside. I'm done being afraid. I'm done being weak. I will survive. I will win. And for the first time in weeks, I slept without shaking. The office felt different that morning. "Everything okay?" Lena asked as I passed my desk. "I'm fine," I said, voice steady. "You look calm." "I am," I replied. By noon, the first signs appeared. "Revenue projections are off," a manager whispered. I nodded and smiled slightly. "They'll find it," I thought. The CEO stormed into the conference room. "What happened here?" he barked. "Numbers shifted," I said calmly. "Who's responsible?" "I double-checked," I replied. "It's systemic." "Explain," he demanded. "I've traced the errors," I said. "Some contracts weren't fully executed." His face twitched. "Why didn't you catch it sooner?" "I caught it as soon as it became visible," I said. He turned to the board. "We can't afford mistakes." I leaned back silent. "You're calm," he said, glaring. "Why?" "Because panic won't fix this," I replied evenly. He froze, searching my eyes. "Do you understand the stakes?" "I do," I said. Later he cornered me in the hallway. "You're hiding something," he said. "I'm handling what I can see," I replied. "Stop playing games," he said. "I'm not playing," I said. "I'm letting the system do its work." "The system?" "Yes. The contracts, the audits, the processes. Everything balances itself eventually." He narrowed his eyes. "You speak like you're untouchable." "I'm careful," I said. Evelyn appeared near the lobby later. "You're calm," she said. "I told you," I said. "Calm is control." "You're not human," she replied softly. "Maybe I am," I said. "But I won't be broken again." She smiled faintly, tension in her shoulders. "You're dangerous," she said. "I learned from the past," I replied. The CEO called a private meeting with me after lunch. "Sit," he said. "Yes, sir." "Your work, it's accurate," he said. "Thank you," I replied. "But you're withholding information," he said. "I'm withholding panic, sir," I said. He blinked. "That's reckless," he said. "Careful observation isn't reckless," I replied. He exhaled sharply. "Do you realize how close we are to losing everything?" "I do," I said calmly. "And that's why I'm prepared." Outside the meeting room, a manager muttered, "This is chaos." I smiled faintly. "It's not chaos. It's natural consequence." By evening, the CEO's temper flared. "My board questions me now," he snapped at me. They'll find the weak points regardless, I said. They're asking why these contracts weren't finalized. I documented the steps, I said. They will see the truth soon. He slammed his hands on the table. You're too calm. I'm strategic, I said. You sound like, he paused, eyes narrowing. Like someone who knows what's coming? I suggested. Yes, he said slowly. Exactly that. Later, Evelyn texted. They're panicking, she wrote. Let them, I replied. Are you sure this is safe? It's perfect, I typed. Karma doesn't need me to push it. The CEO confronted me in the hallway the next day. You're enjoying this, he accused. I'm watching it unfold, I said evenly. You should be helping, he said. I am helping, I said. By staying silent and letting evidence speak. His face paled slightly. The contracts, you reviewed them thoroughly? I did, I replied. Everything is documented. And yet the board is questioning me, he muttered. I don't answer for them, I said. There, he stopped. Exactly, I said softly. Evelyn appeared again that evening. You look calm, she said. I am, I replied. They're starting to crack, she whispered. Good, I said. By the end of the week, the CEO's office was chaotic. My reputation, he muttered. The numbers, I said. They never lie. Only actions reveal truth. He turned to me sharply. Are you telling me you orchestrated this? No, I said. I merely stayed quiet. He froze. You were aware? I observed, I said. I didn't intervene, sir. The silence that followed was heavy. He paused, words failing. Careful, I said. Too careful, he whispered. In my apartment that night, Evelyn called. They suspect you now? Not directly, I said. They're realizing their weaknesses. They'll come after you. Let them, I said. I'm protected. How? By knowledge, by patience, by letting the system work. I thought of the contracts, the emails, the tiny overlooked errors. I'm safe, I whispered. And they'll pay. Evelyn's voice softened. You're cruel. I'm just fair, I said. And careful. Yes, I said. Always careful. The next morning, the board questioned the CEO. He flailed while I sat calm. Lena whispered, You're like a shadow. I am invisible until the right moment, I said. By evening he realized too late. Who are you really? He asked quietly. The one you underestimated, I said. I watched him crumble, quietly, strategically. Silence was my ally. Evidence was my sword. And karma moved exactly as it should. I whispered, Justice doesn't scream. It waits. Outside, the city lights glittered. Inside, I smiled faintly. I had learned control. And now, I would never let anyone crush me again. The boardroom smelled of tension when I entered. Late again? The CEO snapped. On time, sir, I replied calmly. He glared, pacing. You've been too quiet, he said. Observant, sir, I answered evenly. Evelyn sat across the table, her face pale. You didn't tell me it would end like this, she whispered. I didn't need to, I said. I just needed to wait. The CFO slammed a folder on the table. These contracts, errors everywhere. I've documented them, I said. Documented? The CEO barked. Explain. Everything is in order, I said. Every contract, every transaction, every signature. Nothing is missing. He froze. What do you mean? I mean your mistakes are visible now, I said softly. The board sees the gaps you ignored. Evelyn's eyes widened. I didn't, she stammered. You stayed silent, I said. You let your systems betray you. The CEO pointed at me. You manipulated this. I observed, I said. I didn't manipulate. I let reality speak. He rubbed his temples. What? Why not tell me? Because truth isn't always kind, I said. The board whispered among themselves. I trusted you, he shouted. You were careless, I replied. Carelessness has consequences. Evelyn's voice broke. I thought I could control it, she said. You thought wrong, I replied. One board member looked at me sharply. You knew. I knew the system, I said. And I knew patience works better than panic. The CEO turned to her. You set him up? He asked. I didn't set anyone up, she said. I just acted in self-preservation. Self-preservation. I asked quietly. At the expense of everyone else? Her lips quivered. I had no choice. I stood, voice steady. Choices always exist, I said. You just chose what benefited you most. He laughed bitterly. So this is your game? I didn't play a game, I said. I played reality. You failed to notice it. The room went silent. Even Evelyn looked stunned. You're calm, he muttered. I'm aware, I said. And aware people aren't always powerful. Sometimes power is in waiting. She finally spoke again. I never wanted this, she said, voice soft. And yet it happened, I said. Because honesty is louder than lies even when silent. The CEO's hands shook. You weren't supposed to have this control. I didn't take it, I said. You handed it to me through your mistakes. One board member cleared their throat. Sir, he's right, they said. Everything points to the CEO ignoring protocol, I added. I didn't create the cracks. They existed before I noticed them. Evelyn's eyes filled with tears. I was selfish, she admitted quietly. I saw it, I said. But I didn't act on it for vengeance. I acted on clarity. The CEO sank into his chair, silence heavy around him. You're not like me, he said finally. I don't want to be, I replied. I turned slightly toward Evelyn. Regret doesn't undo reality, I said. I know, she whispered. The boardroom was quiet. Contracts, emails, evidence, they spoke louder than accusations or screams. The CEO's world had begun to crack, but I hadn't cracked it. Reality did. I just watched calmly as everything shifted. He tried to argue again. This can't happen. It already has, I said. She looked at me. Do you hate me? No, I said. I pity the choices you made. The CEO glared at me. You'll pay for this, he said. I already paid, I said. With patience, with silence, with observing my limits. He tried to raise his voice again. I don't react to anger, I said. I respond to facts. Evelyn whispered, You're so different. I had to be, I replied. The board began questioning him formally. I didn't, he started. Take responsibility, sir, I said calmly. It's the only way to learn from mistakes. She looked at me again, tears falling. You were right, she said. I never claimed to be, I said. But you were patient. And strong, she admitted. The CEO's phone rang. He ignored it. Let it go, I said. Your answers are already written in the documents. He looked around, realizing every word, every action he had taken was now visible. You've turned everything on me, he said. I didn't turn anything, I said. You turned it yourself. Evelyn finally stood. I'm sorry, she said. I accept it, I replied. Not because I forgive, but because clarity matters more than vengeance. He sank deeper into his chair. Who are you? He asked finally. I'm someone who survived by noticing everything and reacting calmly, I said. I walked toward the door. Wait, he said. No, I said. This is your lesson, not mine. Outside, the hallway was quiet. Evelyn followed silently. You changed everything, she said. I didn't change anything, I replied. I just waited and observed. She looked down. You were never weak, she whispered. I learned from weakness, I said. And I chose control instead. I stepped into the elevator. This ends now, I whispered. The doors closed. Silence followed. Karma moved through contracts, through systems, through patience. The CEO lost, Evelyn regretted, and I found closure. I smiled faintly. Dignity matters more than destruction, I whispered. And control matters more than emotion. The city lights reflected in the glass. I survived, I said aloud. And I will thrive. The elevator doors closed and I exhaled slowly. This is it, I whispered to myself. Lena called. You're leaving? Yes, I said. Just like that. I can't stay, I replied. Not here, not in that world. You're calm, she said softly. I've learned to be, I said. Evelyn's text appeared. Are you serious? Yes, I typed back. You're abandoning everything. I'm abandoning the part of me that was weak, I replied. But, no buts, I said. At my desk I packed a small bag. You're quiet today, a junior assistant said. I'm focused, I replied. You're not leaving anything behind? Memories are enough, I said. The CEO's office phone rang as I passed. He glanced up. You're leaving? He asked. Yes, I said, voice even. He frowned. After everything? After observing everything, I replied. Do you regret? he asked quietly. No, I said. I regret nothing but wasted time being afraid. Evelyn appeared near the entrance. You're really doing this? She asked. Yes, I said. I'm taking my life, not the past, with me. You won't come back? No, I replied. Not as who I was. Her lips trembled. I thought I could keep you close. You never had me, I said. I was always myself. Quiet, patient, careful. She stepped closer. I'll miss you, she whispered. I'll miss who I used to be, I said. Not this anymore. Tears welled in her eyes. I didn't know. I did, I said softly. And I survived. Outside, the streets were loud, chaotic. I walked slowly. Freedom, I muttered. I called Lena. I'm done, I said. You're finally free, she said. Yes, I replied. And strong. You changed, she said. I had to, I said. Survival teaches lessons faster than pain. A stranger bumped into me on the sidewalk. Watch it. I snapped. I'm sorry, he said. I smiled faintly. Nothing personal, I said. I thought of the CEO. He had lost, but not from my cruelty. He lost from his own mistakes. I reflected on Evelyn. She had acted for self-preservation, not malice. And me? I had survived by learning patience, observation, and control. A cafe appeared. I sat down watching the city. You're calm, a barista said. Yes, I replied. Like you're untouchable. I've earned it, I said. My phone buzzed. Evelyn again. Do you hate me? No, I typed. I pity regret. It's heavy. Will you ever forgive? I don't forgive, I replied. I move forward. Survival doesn't need forgiveness. But closure is enough, I said. The sun lowered in the sky. I felt my chest lighter than it had been in years. I survived, I whispered. I survived everything they thought would crush me. I reflected on love, power, and guilt. Love can hurt, power can blind, guilt can paralyze. But awareness, patience, and self-control? Those are freedom. I watched a couple argue across the street. Why are they like that? I asked myself. They're human, I whispered. They choose emotion over clarity. I smiled faintly. I chose clarity. A child ran past laughing. I remembered fear, weakness, and the weight of secrets. I let it go. All of it, I muttered. Evelyn's last message popped up. Will I see you again? I doubt it, I typed. And if you do, it will be as someone who survived, not as someone trapped. I paid for my coffee, leaving the coins on the counter. Quiet life? The barista asked. Yes, I said. It's the only life worth surviving. I walked slowly, noticing details. The sky, the light, the sound of tires on asphalt. Life was moving. I was moving. Forward. The CEO, Evelyn, the company, they existed behind me now. I carried only experience, knowledge, and calm. No resentment, no vengeance, no attachment to what was broken. A pigeon landed nearby. Even you survive, I whispered. The bird flew away. A man bumped into me again. I'm sorry, he said. Survival isn't personal, I replied. I thought of contracts, mistakes, whispers, secrets. They had weighed on me like chains. Now they were gone. I'm free, I whispered. The city lights reflected on the pavement. I stopped and watched them. Strong enough to exist, I said. Calm enough to observe. Patient enough to survive. No messages. No expectations. No past. I crossed the street, feeling the rhythm of life around me. I am not invisible anymore, I whispered. And I never will be. The sun disappeared behind the skyline. I exhaled again. Peaceful. Quiet. Strong. A final thought came to me as I walked into the night. Justice isn't loud. It's survival. And I have survived. I smiled faintly. Closure is enough. The city hummed. I walked, steady and calm. A shadow among many. But no longer weak. No longer invisible. And never again at the mercy of someone else's mistakes.